So friends, welcome to our channel BongVoyage Ecoscape, and today is yet another episode of Urban Life. Friends, today I'm going to tell you about leaders and the leadership quality. Since leaders is one of the most predominant thing in our life, since the election is at our door, you can find a lot of leaders, be it a political leaders or team leaders, or you can tell about the cricket team, football team. There's a lot of people, they behave like a leaders. And in case of the leaders, there are different types of the leaders we can see. The one leader can be in your house itself, your mom, dad. They sometimes plays an important role in leaders. So now today's episode, I'm going to tell you about there are some qualities. On the basis of that, the leaders can be of different types. So today I'm going to discuss about the what type of leaders we are experiencing in our life, whether they are the political leaders or leaders in our society we perceived. So let's start. Today's topic is about leaders and the different types of leaders and the quality by which they are determined as a leaders. Let's start. So friends, as you see, in any organization or in your house or in your place or in a teams, there are many people who behaves in such a way that they are going to drive the entire team, and this is a leader who actually makes the objective of in an organization or might be in a team where they have some objective that is being fulfilled by this person because he drives that team. So it's very important for our leaders to be in a team because as I told you in my previous episode about the McGregor's theory X and Y, there are some people who think why should we work, they have the dislikes for work. In that case you need a leader. Moreover, to accomplish any objective, leaders are basically the representative who used to communicate with the mass. So it's important for a leader. So this is basically our leaders. We know a lot of things about the leaders, but let me tell you one thing. What are these things, or there are some different types of leader. So I'm going to discuss about the different types of leaders. The first leader I'm going to tell you is autocratic leader. Actually he thinks that whatever he believes, his team members should believe in that way. What are the duty he is going to assign to his team, they should be performing very well without any without posing any questions why we are doing this. So he is basically dictating something to his team, and he by dictating he want to achieve such things. You can see such type of leaders in our political parties most of the time, and this I think this sort of leadership quality or this type of leadership things is not good for any organization or in any personal life. I'm citing an example. First I'll cite some example of the political things. If you think about the Hitler, he is so much intelligent and he is so much talented, but his talent is of no use because he used his leadership quality in a different way. I mean, he is dictating something and he thinks that only the Germans are the best people in the world and others people are not up to them. This is his objective, and he tried to establish his objective by dictating something. Mao Zedong is a political leader. Saddam Hussein, you can see these are all the basically an autocratic leader. But this autocratic leader, if you find, you can see the history, you can read history, you can find that this autocratic leader cannot continue their leadership in their lifetime. So I think that this sort of leadership is not at all good. One important thing in the Asian people or in the Indian, we talk about the undivided family, or where there are so many brothers and sisters lives together once upon a time, and there is a one family head or a karta who used to dictate his opinion for the sake of the family only. He dictates in such a way, that's why we now are getting disintegrated family, and it turns to a nuclear family. These are the leadership quality that exist. So personally I don't believe and I don't like this sort of leadership quality, and in a team, if this has such type of quality of leadership exist, maybe it's very difficult to continue that team in a long run, and that team will going to be hampered. So it's better to avoid this sort of leadership quality. Now the next one is I call this a democratic or a participative leadership. I'll tell you later on this democratic and participative. Before that, I should say about some free rein or laissez-faire leadership quality. Here it is just opposite to the autocratic leadership or the autocratic leaders. How here this guy, this free rein leaders don't dictate anything, rather he just tell about the objective, and he make the teams to decide among themselves whatever they feel like to do, they can do it. It should be pertaining to the objective of the team. But somehow if the objective couldn't able to achieve, then this guy will going to blame all his subordinates, because he told that I haven't told him anything, it's up to you what decision you're going to take these things. So he's going to blame that thing, and if the objective accomplished, and the credits will given to the subordinates. But I don't think this leadership quality is also good, because there are certain decisions a leader have to take. That's why he is a leader. Subordinate cannot take such decisions. But when to take such decision, if the other people start taking the decision, there is also a problem that your team will going to shattered. So this is just opposite of the autocratic leader, but that is also not good. Now I'm going to tell you about the leadership quality that I like most. Is a democratic or a participative leadership. Why? Because this is the one leadership that make a balance. Here the leaders will going to take the decision, but by consulting with their team members, and that is most important. I have seen those many family in a family where the head of the family is the father, but whenever he takes some decision for the family, he used to talk with his other family members, and if it exists, it is a good family, and a good objective can be accomplished by sort of this quality. Here the leaders want the subordinate to participate and to tell something, and to ask their participant what should be done. That is a very good, because it's my personal experience. I have worked in the bank, and I have one of my managers, I like to tell his name, Mr. Naresh Khanna. He is my boss when I was in one public sector bank. He used to be a participating leader, and he want others, all the he's a branch manager, he's a big fellow, and I respect him a lot. Instead of getting into his chamber, he used to come and sit with us and talk about the many problems, and this is the thing, is just like a participative sort of thing. So this sort of leadership quality is very helpful for any of the team. If you can from today onwards, if you can see it very properly, you watch in your daily life, you can find that many people who are the participants, but it's very difficult, because these sort of people are basically refers to the McGregor's 5 sort of people. He thinks that most of the people will going to take do their work, and if they don't, there will be the problem. So this is the participative democratic leader. Another sort of leadership quality, or the leaders, I can say, they are basically the paternalistic leader. Here You won't find this sort of leadership in any of the organization. Yes, some of the organization you can see, and these are basically missionaries or the charity sort of people. They are basically a paternalistic sort of leaderships, where the guy thinks, or that the leaders thinks, that all his subordinates is like his family. So whatever he going to take some decision is because on the behalf of this family. He cares about his family members, about the team members, empathetic towards them, and similarly took the decision by discussing among themselves. It is a something more than a democratic leader. What I call it a paternalistic sort of leadership. Now I have told you all about the leaders and their leadership quality. Now let me tell you one thing. I always tell about the bonus thing. What I want to tell you, you have learned all this leadership. There is no such exact leader. It depends on the situation. You change the role of the leadership, because autocratic leader is also good in some certain perspective, because if you be it in a team where the most of the people are X category people, they think they can't able to do their work, because it's not on average people when they are going to think in that way. There you have to take some autocratic sort of decisions, because that's required. Because if you don't do that thing, then also you cannot able to maintain or manage the team. So if the situation or the team, the mixture of the team members, what sort of people you are dealing with, that will going to decide what type of leadership quality will going to acquire. So this is my funda, you can say, or my beliefs, that there is no certain leadership quality. Leadership quality changes with the situation or the scenario. If you stick to these things, maybe you can able to thrive the urban life. With that note, today I am just signing off for now. Maybe in the next episode I'm going to tell you most interesting topics that's you're waiting for, and it is nothing but